know, Lily. Ooh-wee. All right. Well, we hope everybody's doing great tonight. There we go. No, Lily, focus here. Good girl. Thank you all for being here today. We appreciate y'all. Hope you're doing great. Thank you for joining me in the garage. We're having a kind of yucky, stormy day. I got some work I need to do out here in the garage. I'm trying to get this cabinet in better shape to use as something for the garage. You do good. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. Oh, crap. I've already made a mess in the garage. I'm rebuilding this cabinet that got destroyed. You guys give us a thumbs up. I know there's a whole bunch of you guys in the background. Maybe you can give us a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Don't feel shy about dropping a chat, asking a question. I've got a cinch. I got some separation going on. And I don't have any big clamps. And I don't have, I necessarily don't want to shoot a new nail into the face of this. So I wanted to put some liquid nail. Tim, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. How are things going? I haven't talked to you in a few days. I hope all is well. I don't know if you can see her, but Lily's here. Lily thinks, since I'm sitting on the mobility scooter, that I'm going to get her blanket out and she's going to sit on there and we're going to ride around, is what she's saying. It's just not the truth. So, took the rails off. That's what it is. They took all the rails off. Good to see you, Tim. How's the weather in the Philippines? It's kind of humid here, but nice. I got to get this bag over. Come on over here. Lillian's in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Feels like 88 at 8 p.m. Lily, I see you. I'm letting Lily hang out in the garage with me, but I don't want her to wander off too far in the yard. If people are out walking. Lily, how you doing? Trying to get some things done while Lorelai's at work. I just don't know how well I'm doing at it, Tim. Everybody, thanks for the thumbs up. Let's see. Thank you all for the thumbs up. Coded, I'm doing great, man. Thank you. You guys all say hello to each other. Appreciate y'all being here. Hope you can hear me fine. My wife's down at work, or going to work. So, trying to take this opportunity to get some. Do some of this cabinet rebuilt. So, Tim, has gas prices been dropping in the Philippines? I gotta put all these hinges back on these doors. I'm not a cabinet maker. So, figure out how these hinges go back in my cabinet door. You haven't gone out lately? Have you been feeling all right? Here's my problem is, I don't know how these hinges work. Just the heat and air quality bugging you? Oh man, I can understand that. John Taylor's in the house. Good to see you, John. How are you, my friend? Let me get this pulled up here. Him saying hello to you, Big John. I am in a I am way over my head. Guess I could probably do some Googling and figure it out, which I'll probably have to. At least I can take measurements tonight. All right. Air quality isn't bugging you? You go outside, you get a headache? No, go lay down. Go over there. Go lay down. Migraines? John says he's doing all right. It says the weather is bad in the Philippines. It is. I think the weather's been bad kind of where you're at in America too. Start of the rainy season. Rainy season. Yeah. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not been too bad around here. I mean, it's just kind of humid and sticky, but I know if you're talking to Pat and Ken and a few others kind of up that way, that they've been having some pretty serious weather. All right, so these are what they call concealed hinges. Let's see if I can figure out how to put them back on my doors. I think I know how to do it, but I'm not the smartest person in the world, so we better double check some things, right? Cup. I don't know why this one's different though. I'm learning. All right. Ken's in the house. Good to see you, Ken. Hello. Everybody saying hello. Ozzy's back in the house. Good to see you. Ozzy, how are you, my friend? Tim says at least the rain stopped there in the Philippines. Or at least the rain should help the air quality in the Philippines. Yeah. All right. So, since I'm not a home improvement guru, I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to hang on to the hinges. And I will make videos how to install my door hinges by looking at the old cabinet, because I don't know how they go on. I'm a little confused. So, and I'm sure there are a lot of you guys out there that can do these weird hinges, but I don't know. So instead, I'll do something else. I tell you guys, whether you believe it or not, I'm not a home improvement guru at all. I know I look like Tim the Toolman Taylor, but I am not Tim the Toolman Taylor. Or maybe I am, because isn't it the other guy? Lily, just settle down. Wasn't it the other guy who was the smart one? Yeah, concealed hinges required rockers. Yeah, well, it is to me. It's Greek to me. So I'm going to look at my cabinet that's built and see if I can figure it out that way. But I do need to put the tracks on this. So I'm hoping I can figure it out this part. If I can find the tracks. And whoever labeled these, this one says number 3. I don't know what that means. This one says number 2. This one says nothing. So I'm going to make an assumption that see if you guys got any suggestions for me. Kid, how are things going? How's your weather? Did you clear up? So these should be pretty straightforward to install. Now I still got, what I'm going to do is, you guys probably can't see it, maybe you can. I'll show you in a second what I'm going to do with this cabinet. The back of this cabinet has been ripped off, so it doesn't have any support in the back. So what I'm getting ready to do is I'm going to take some, I think 2x4s. Let's see if I can show you my master plan. Right, so let me show you the master plan. See, this is the back of the cabinet. So all of this got trashed when they took it out of the house. So I'm going to put like a 2x4 here and one down there, flush with this, so that I can go to Lowe's and buy it like a sheet of plywood and screw the back of that plywood to these new 2x4s to put the back on this. And I might wind up putting some 2x4 here and there to give it rigidity in the middle. And then that'll take care of that. I got to put some like thinner stuff down to the bottom because they cut big holes from where the water was. So I got to do that. And then I got to put a countertop on it. And I got to put the drawers back together. Tim says, there is no instructions. It didn't come with instructions. This is the old cabinet when we had the flood at the house, the insurance claim. This is the cabinet that they ripped out and was going to bust up and throw in the dumpster. Thank God we saved it because we had to use parts of it to make the new cabinet. So there is no instructions. So I'm kind of winging it. And what I'm going to do is put it over on the other side of the garage, back behind you. I'm going to use it back there as, a cabinet for the garage. I'm going to put a countertop on it. I haven't decided what type yet. Maybe like a butcher top, I was thinking, or I might just get some marine grade plywood and put on it and then just put a bunch of lacquer on it or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? For a garage cabinet that's not going to be a workbench, what type of top do you think we ought to put on this? Any thoughts? Let me get back here. This little strap, no, you can't see it because my camera won't go that way. So what I did is the other day, because it was really loosey-goosey, I did go ahead and stick a bunch of liquid nail, and I have used straps to liquid nail the cabinet back together. Because, they only had those cheap little staple gun nails in it holding it together. So I went ahead and did that. to get some of this middle part and pieces, the face piece and stuff, kind of back together to where it's a lot stronger than it was. But I need to figure out what I'm going to do for a countertop. Yeah, that's my problem with it. It's very expensive. I think it's cheaper if I go to like a granite store somewhere here that sells granite, and maybe I just get a piece of leftover granite from a job or something. I did think about, but then again, you know, old oak doors are very expensive. About putting a door on it as a tabletop. But this is also taller than a door, or is it? No, a door is what, 80 inches? I think this is 80 inches. So maybe I could find an old door, but then again, the doors are not flat, so that wouldn't help me too much, would it? So I need to figure out what to do for that. I mean, I guess I could put regular plywood on it and just seal it, but so it may take me a few weeks to figure out what to put on top. I mean, stainless steel would be good, but stainless steel is expensive too, and I'm poor. Now I got to figure out how these go back on the doors, because these guys, man, yeah, I know there's a left and a right to these. I think I can manage doing these. And I also know that even Lowe's has I don't know how much butcher block countertops would cost, but I know Lowe's sells those laminate countertops. I may just buy a laminate countertop and put on it. I don't know yet. Maybe something like that. It's not going to have a sink or anything in it. It's just going to be a flat surface. And trust me, I wish I was good at home improvement stuff, but I'm not. I'm trying to visualize. Ah. So this goes like that. You think using a good sheet of 3x4 BC plywood? Okay, the plywood have a green stripe on it. All right. Ozzy's our home and improvement expert. Ozzy, you still in the house? You know, give your opinion. All right, I'm back watching on the TV. Thank you, kid. Lucy's in the house. You guys all say Lucy? Lucy's in the house. Shit. All right. I'm trying to make sure my drill clutch doesn't strip out my screws. So it's definitely going to be a garage cabinet, right, out here. But it won't be a workbench. And I do got some black or brown stain left over. And I got a whole bunch of polyurethane left over. So I could probably stain it and make it look halfway decent. Gotta look for the green stripe. Ken is watching on his TV because Ken is rich. Ken has a TV. Wow, kid, you must be one of the rich ones. Some of us don't even have TVs. We're so poor. Oh, they never seal the inside of these drawers either. So I just got raw. Well, it's all right. Over the hinges. Maybe I can get some spray lacquer. Do they make spray lacquer in a can? And I could just spray the inside of these drawers. Fishaholic is in the house. You guys hello to, is it Fishaholic or Phenolic? Phenolic. Good to see you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Or use 5/8 BC plywood. 4 green stripes. Okay, what is BC? Is that particle board plywood? Apparently. My wife really loves doing home improvement stuff, but I hope she's not listening. But my wife is not as good as home improvement stuff as she thinks she is. And sometimes she's a little bit like a bull in a china closet. So I wanted to knock some of this out, even though, you know, this is not going to be fancy. Because I need to work on my garage. My garage is a mess. I got to get a new front inner tube for my e-bike so I can ride my e-bike this year. Our brand new $3,000 electric scooter goes into the shop. I'm having a problem with that fancy new electric scooter we bought. One of the electric motors apparently either burned out, well, or had a bit something in it. So that's going to be the problem. All right. Let me get your opinion on this. You guys come over here. Let me give you a better angle. Come on. Stupid thing. Here, let me give you a better angle. And now one of the questions I have is, you see, since they took the back of this cabinet away, and apparently it had some kind of plastic brace that held these in place. So I got to figure out how to get these from carrying the weight, because this, you know, you can see that that would never carry the weight of this drawer, right? So I need to figure out how to. And I know enough that I can't just do that with it. I'm going to have to cut a piece of wood maybe Yeah, maybe cut a piece of block wood, a little piece of wood, and put them here and like liquid nail them and screw them right through here. So I'm going to need 6 of those. Right, so something to go there. Any suggestions on that? No, that's something we got to work on. That's kind of where I was going with that, was trying to make sure that these tracks are level and supported so they don't go down. Ozzy likes it. Ozzy's back. Ozzy, what do you suggest for a countertop? BC is a more than smooth grade plywood. The B side, oh, okay, I got you. B side, C side, okay. Yeah, and that's kind of what I mean. I got to figure out how to put a spacer in these so it stays level. So, okay, so I'm making a list today of pieces of wood and things I need. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these for the drawers, right? So these are, my gap is 1/4 of an inch. So I need 6. It probably doesn't matter how long it is, maybe 2 inches, 3 inches long, or how wide. It's about the thickness. So I better not make it too wide. Maybe 1 inch. Maybe 3 inches long. I don't want to make it too big and have the other drawer hit it. All right. You guys are geniuses. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Tim, and you're right. Lucy, thank you for being here. Did you guys all say hello to each other? So yeah, if I put them too big, so what I was going to do, Tim, everybody, so I know you guys are vested interest, I'm going to make them the exact same size as the metal railing. So whatever that is, about an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter. I'm going to make them the exact same size, and I'm only going to make them about 3 inches long. I'm going to liquid nail them to this particle board here. I'm going to liquid nail them to the particle board, and then I'm going to use some little screws to screw the metal track into those. So that way I don't drill a big hole all the way through. You guys think that would work? I am a big, gigantic fan of liquid nail. So I gotta admit, right, so that drawer's done. Let me put the rails on these drawers. That's one thing I can do tonight without screwing up too much. You go to Home Depot or Lowe's, talk to the hardware person, usually have track supports. Oh, well, that's what these say. Okay, okay. So I thought maybe I couldn't get them independently because they, were part of the cabinet. So track supports. All right. Before I cut and make little pieces of wood, I'll check because I got to Lowe's anyway. I got to go to Lowe's anyway for all of this other stuff. I'll put that on my list. Hold on. Everybody say hello to Rick. Rick, my friend, how are you? Let me make a note here. What do you call those track supports? All right. Because look, if it's easier to do, Rick, are you coming to the meetup in October? A lot of people coming to the meetup in October. I hope you join us in Branson, Missouri. Lucy, you're welcome to join us in Branson, Missouri. In October, we're having just a YouTube like-minded group of people meeting up in a place called Branson, Missouri, October the 3rd. But of course, people can come and stay as long as they want and do whatever they want. So, I know Jamie will be there, Ken will be there, Pat will be there. There's some others that will be there. Oh man. I tell you, if I had to work a home improvement job, I would be fired to. Oh, okay, okay. So I should take a picture of the guides so they know which. Okay. So it's kind of like a female to male thing, right? So you get a picture of it, they know which female that would slide over the male. Rick says, Nopers, I wish I could though, because I know it's going to be a fantastic time. We wish you could. Hopefully things will change for you and you can make it in. But if I had to do home improvement for a living, now here's the irony of all of this. You guys ready for this? In my field, I'm actually considered a construction safety expert. But I couldn't build you a box. But in my world, I was one of the top construction experts when it related to safety, every part of safety. But I couldn't build you guys a tissue box if I had to. I couldn't, I would build a birdhouse and the birds would flip me off. You know? Well, we wish you good too, Rick. It'll be a fun time. I'm telling you. I used to know the electrical safety code like the back of my hand. You'd be shocked. I used to carry free hard hats around with me. I had corporate sponsors that knew what I did, and they would give me free hard hats. And I literally would have hard hats in my car, in my truck, and I would go to different places as a consultant and do things. And look, if there's a new worker who couldn't afford it and the company didn't have one or they had a crappy one, I'd just give them out. I checked the flights to Vancouver or Buffalo, New York business class, and the difference price was only $200. Outstanding. So you save $200 on business class flying from Vancouver or Buffalo. Wow. No, it costs you $200 more. Man, I would jump on business class any day of the week. That's what I would do. What's that old, well, it's usually for a visit. Yes, we can come back in October. I'm sure your family in Canada would like to see you as you make a pit stop in America. The weather was good. I'd make my wife park the car out in the garage, but I'm not going to do that. All right. I put it on wrong, boys and girls. Now we're cooking on gas. I'd get fired for being slow, man. I worked construction. Like, man, we don't pay, for piecework or whatever. You got to put some hustle in it. All right. So we did get all three drawers, the tracks on all three drawers. So we did something. Well, the scissor says no. Oh, the flight through Buffalo goes to Doho. Okay. No vacation in Canada this year for you. Slow means better quality? Well, I don't know about that. If it comes to me. All right, so I know I don't know how to put the doors on. Maybe Ken, or not Ken, maybe Ozzy will come down and install my cabinet doors. I think he knows how to do stuff. Since Tim is so far away. I'm just double checking the countertop width. Maybe 20, 20 and a half, 21, 21, 20 and a half. I got two birds fighting in the street. I do believe this was 80 inches, but let me double check. I guess it go. Gotta go to this one. Oh, it's 84 inches. So it's 84 inches by 20, 21-ish. Well, okay. All right. Well, I kind of feel bad because I suck so bad I don't I don't know how to put the damn doors on. All right, let me see what else do we need to buy. What else do I need to buy? 7 foot long? Yes. 84 inches. I got to buy a countertop. Oh, I got to figure out the other thing I got to do. Let me grab one of those and see if I can think about how to put these on. I feel like I need some scrap lumber. See, I got to put, where'd you guys go? I got to put these back on. These are like, face plates. I don't know what you call them. Now, these weren't the original, so I got to figure out some way of installing these. I know I can take my little, like a nail gun and just shoot nails through it. Maybe that's what I should do. Make sure I measure really well and get it kind of centered so it doesn't look so stupid. And maybe I should put these on after I get the doors on, because then I could try to line these up, the edges, with the edge of the door, because that's how it's supposed to be. So your cabinet doors are supposed to be inside here. So they're all supposed to line up. So I might be able to just take my brad nailer and pop some nails through here. What do you guys think? Any thoughts on that? get a sheet of 1/4 inch Luan plywood for the back. Yes, and yeah, that'd be more than thick enough, Tim, because the other thing I want to do is, you know, at the bottom of the cabinet where the plumbing came through, well, when they took this out, they just cut big chunks out. So I want to use the same plywood to lay on top of the existing bottom to kind of cover up the hole that's there. So 1/4 inch is what I was thinking for that. So if I bought one sheet, 8 foot by 4 foot sheet, that would probably give me enough to do the back, because I'm going to brace the back with 2x4s, and then have enough to put down at the bottom of the cabinets also. I do. I have a 2-inch Brad Neller. Yes. And that's how these were originally put on. I think. But my other ones like this had a really cool system where it had like a hinge system built, a hidden system. And so they had wood stacked up coming out here. And then they had a long piece like this. And they used that from the backside to put nails in it to hold it in from the backside versus coming through the front side. So it's kind of like a piece of wood, a longer piece of wood, and then they nailed somehow that piece of wood to the back. I don't know. I took pictures of it. But I think I'll wait until I get the cabinet doors on so I can line all of that up. And look, this is going to be in my garage, and I have the stain I can touch this up with. It's going to be in the garage, so, you know, a couple of brad nails in it, it's not going to be a big ordeal. And I was going to use the same brad nailer to put the back and the bottom on. I have some old 2x4s that I was going to use for brace supports. But to be honest, the more I look at them, the more crappy they look. And I'm thinking about buying maybe a new one, or maybe a 1x1x1 or something. Use cleats for the back side. Yeah, maybe that's what they call those that they did. They had cleats. Yeah, I think that's what they were called, Tim. Right. So the 2x4s I have are just crappy looking. Maybe a 1x1 might work. Yeah. I only need one 8-foot piece of that, right? Need one 8-foot 1x1. Because I've been out of the business too many years and I've forgotten names. Oh, that's all right, man. I don't know what the names are either or anyway. All right, Tim. All right. So we got to go to Lowe's. Maybe I'll go to Lowe's this weekend. My wife loves to go to Lowe's. She likes to go look at the plants. So maybe we can go to Lowe's this weekend and see what my budget is, how much it's going to cost me to get a countertop. All right. So I think we did good. We get some of this stuff back out of the way. My bike needs a new tire. All right. All right. Let's go back in here. Let's go outside. All right. There we go. Whew. All right. So we did get some of that done, which is good. So we definitely got to figure out one. I didn't bring in a drink. How to put those disappearing hinges, or whatever you want to call them, back on. So we definitely got to do that. Yeah, it doesn't do too bad, right? I wish it was faster and smoother. And what I don't like about it is the mount that the camera's on wobbles too much. So the base that rotates is solid, but then you got this appendage that comes up that holds the camera. That one's kind of weak plastic, and it has a tendency to weeble wobble when it moves versus if it was made out of metal, it would just track with the device, right? So instead, being just cheap plastic, it kind of weebles and wobbles. So if I ever could ever find one that has a metal phone holder in it, that would be ideal. That'd be ideal. Because I think it would go a lot smoother. Because I think when the phone wiggles and jiggles, it causes the turret, when it rotates, to mess up, to hesitate. But it doesn't do bad. For $30, it does really good. It does, I think it does really good. It adds a new dimension to some of the stuff I've been trying to do on YouTube. I don't know if it makes a lot of difference to him, to be honest, if it's cool or not. I don't know, but I do like it if you're in the kitchen cooking. I think it's great for if you're, if Lorelai and I are in the kitchen and we're doing things, especially late at night when she's doing a live stream at midnight or something. I think it would work really good for that type of thing. So, and it does pretty good from a distance too. As you saw, I could walk around the garage and it will track you pretty well. If you go too fast, it can't keep up. So that's the downside of it. Thank you all for the thumbs up, by the way. Let's see what's going on. Pat's in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in, Pat. Tim says, hello, Patrick. How are you? Good to see you. Pat and I were on a call with, I can't remember his name earlier. Good to see you. Yes. Doing good. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, doing pretty good too. Trying to stay busy this week. Trying to, I got to get some more weight off before my cruise. Liam, that's right. Sorry, his name was Liam. So, I guess he's hanging out in Thailand. So, so Tim, yeah, I got a list for that cabinet of what I need to buy and do, and I think I'll go this weekend to try to get it. Mike and Venus, there he is, MJ, live in the world. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. Everybody said hello to MJ and Pat and Tim and everybody else. You missed all the hard work, guys. I've been out in my garage slaving away for the last hour. So now I'm back in the backyard relaxing. So you missed all the hard work. Tim was the only one sticking around trying to help me with my work. I don't know where all the others you guys were. Tim's over there giving me advice and helping me out. I'm trying to get the old cabinet that got damaged in the flood repaired, rebuilt, so I can put it in my garage as storage. Rick has been in the house. Yep, I invited Rick to come to Branson, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it. Tim's not going to make it, but everybody else is going to make it. I think I'm going to try to get James and Dennis to fly all the way in from the West Coast. Tim says, hello to you, Mike and Venus. Good to see you. Hello, Lucy. Lucy's in the house. We've invited Lucy. I haven't heard from Jamie in a few days. I'm sure she's doing good. Ken was in earlier. Yeah, Tim is wore out from helping me. He's the only one out there helping me. I don't know what happened to the rest of you guys. That's why I said, man, I need help. Come on. I'll get it. I got to go to Lowe's this weekend. Lorelai loves to go to Lowe's. So I'll wait until this weekend when she can go. And because there's no hurry to get that project done. Plus, it'll give me enough time to study on how to put those hinges on those cabinet doors. And so I know how to put the damn cabinet doors on. And maybe after I study that, I'll let Lorelai do that. God says, hello to you too, Ken. Yes. MJ, what are you doing? What's going on in your world? Big John was in the house. He was. He's in Missouri, as you know. All of you guys are real close to each other. Hanging out close. But Monday's work day. I did trash, laundry, kitchen duty, garage duty a little bit. So Monday's my big day. I try to work. Is what I try to do. I'm not saying I get anything done, but I need to do a bunch of work back behind me too, but I just don't know what to do with my area here. MJ's not much here, just hanging out. Well, put it back in. Don't let it hang out, man. When mine hang out, it hurts. You know, dragging on the floor like that, scrape it up, man. I understand, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm getting too old for sores. Ah, man. But yeah, our little Branson get together. All of you guys. Remember, you guys got to go out and tell everybody else about Branson. Remember, it's not about me. It's about you guys. So it's not come to see me. It's come to Branson and to meet up with everybody else. So you guys need to get out there and tell everybody else. You know, just back when you're at Lowe's, go to the cabinets and study the door. I am, and I'm going to study the new cabinet in my bathroom. So, but I'm going to, right. I'm really good at taking pictures and making videos. So I'm going to go into my bathroom and I'm going to really try to figure out on each one what they did and why they look the way they do. And then I'll go to Lowe's. If they don't match up, if it's not apples to apples, when I go to Lowe's, I'll take pictures of the ones I got to install. When I go to Lowe's, I'll try to apple it. And if I got to go to one of the cabinet people and say, hey, can you explain to me how in the hell you put these on? Because some of my cabinet hinges have like a little push button in them. I guess it's called a quick release. But I don't understand how it works. Because if you got two, let's say this is a cabinet door, and you got a hinge and a hinge. but only one of your hinges has a quick release. And how the hell does the other one come off? Wouldn't you need quick releases on both hinges? See, you know, maybe I'm coming unhinged. Got big news. You guys want to hear my big, exciting news? All right. So here's what we did. I want all of you guys to know this. And I know Ken commented on the video I made about it. So I want everybody to know this. This is very important information. The other day, a week ago, I don't know how long ago, Lorelai and I, because Lorelai likes waffles, Belgian waffles. We cook one every day. Or I cook one every day for her. We decided to buy that new Ninja Belgian waffle that's kind of shaped differently and has an audible alarm. All right, here's the big breaking news. That waffle maker from Ninja is going back. We tested it for a couple of days and decided it sucks. We do like the audible alarm, but it doesn't make Belgian waffles. It makes American waffles. It does not make Belgian waffles. And we don't like American waffles. We want Belgian waffles. So I packed it up today and I'm returning it. Now, granted, on our video, I didn't recommend it, I don't think. Because all I did is open it and show you guys what the hell it was. But my vote is don't buy the Ninja waffle maker that stands upright. Don't buy it. Very important information in this house. We had a lengthy discussion today, Lorelai and I, about what are we going to do. You know, are we going to go back to the one that our Belgian one, the rotation one, or stay with this one? And I think we both voted to get rid of the Ninja. But now I am looking for a rotational Belgian, real Belgian rotational one that has an audible alarm that tells me when it's done. So, because I need to be alerted when it's done because I'm busy doing other things. Breaking news in America, boys and girls. Just telling you. I don't remember the last time I had waffles. We have them every day. Me and my wife did, almost every day. I don't think I cook them on Saturdays just out of principle, since I make one every day of the week for her. I don't cook her. I don't, every day. Man, that dog's loud. She gets up, I cook her a waffle, 2 eggs, brown eggs, and 4 breakfast sausage flakes. Every day. That's what I do. I'm a slave. So out of a rebellion, out of a slave rebellion, I refuse on Saturday mornings to do it. Lily, enough. You can be sold as hot dogs. You know that, right? Yeah. So that's my rebellion, Saturdays. I did see a funny video, stupid video, that, because you guys all know what sausage is, right? I know you guys all know what sausage is. You know, how they have a casing, right? An intestinal casing. You know how sausage is made, right? There's a video on the internet of this girl who's an absolute freaking idiot who bought the same sausage that I cook for Lorelai every morning, the Johnsonville breakfast sausage we get at Sam's Club in big packs. So there's a video of this girl, or this girl does a video, where she's opening that up and she's telling everybody, this is horrible. Oh my God, I can't believe what they're doing to us. They're making us eat plastic, because she thinks the casing is plastic wrap. She thinks that they're poisoning us by making us cook and eat plastic. Is America becoming dumber and dumber and dumber? I'm just asking. You know, I thought about it. Can this be real? Can this girl really not understand that that's the casing on breakfast sausage, not a plastic wrap? I mean, but I thought, well, no, it's probably legit, because America's getting dumber and dumber every day we live, right? Just ask Mike. So, but I cook sausage every day. My wife hasn't got bored of it yet. We've been doing it for about 2 months. I buy the gigantic bag of waffle mix at Sam's, really cheap, and it's good quality. I know Patrick likes that, because Patrick says, boy, I'm a country boy. I grew up making sausage, But she literally thinks it's plastic wrap, and oh my God. Thinking of that, that leads me down to the road. I haven't seen Craig in a while. Craig from Down Under, Craig Parrish. If anybody sees Craig, tell him I said hi. But I was thinking about Craig the other day, and this leads me into that because we went to the movies this weekend and watched Disclosure Day, the new Alien Disclosure Day. I loved it. I thought it was really good, really thought provoking. There's some reviews online that doesn't like it, but I really, really liked it. Lorelai and I both liked it. We thought it was really good. It is about aliens and the disclosure of aliens to the world to stop World War III. In the Philippines, sausages and hot dogs do have plastic wrap on them. They do. This girl is an American, and I got to be careful what her demographics would be. I don't want to be. I got to be careful. But yes, yes, yeah. They come individually wrapped with plastic on them. Yeah, I remember that. But this is a Johnsonville breakfast sausage. So, links. But yeah, I remember that. You got to take the little plastic sleeve off of those. But this girl is definitely an American girl who probably has never been anywhere. And she's definitely, sadly, part of you could just tell by her talking. God, I hate to bash her too much, but I don't know how to say it. If you ever saw the video, you'd go, oh, I understand why this girl is so damn dumb. And she's not a blonde. But if you guys like aliens, you might want to go watch the Disclosure Day movie. We liked it. We liked it. We thought it was good. Very interesting. So, we got some red hot dogs. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I might feed them to them. They're so salty. I don't know what to do with the red hot dogs. I wonder if fish would eat them. We bought red hot dogs, Lorelai did, and we cooked them up for her. And she ate one and said, these are really not good. And we paid like $36 for a dozen of red hot dogs in America, right? The Philippine red hot dogs, we paid like $36 for a dozen of those damn things. I thought about using them as bait, but I don't think the fish would touch them either. My dog will eat them, but you got to kind of just make her starve to death before she eats them. I don't know what to. Maybe I'll take them saltwater fishing and see if something would eat them in saltwater. I can give them to people I don't like, I guess. So we got the red hot dogs. Now look, here's something I forgot. I'm going to tell you. We were at Sam's Club the other day, and I had a Sam's Club hot dog. That was a really good hot dog. Um, when I go back to Sam's, I need to find out if Sam's sells the hot dogs that they sell at the concession stand. The little restaurant inside Sam's Club. Because those hot dogs, man, that was a damn good hot dog. I don't know much about them, so I'm going to have to go back and explore that. Because I like those hot dogs. But if anybody wants, I tell you what, if anybody wants red hot dogs, I will save them for the Branson trip. So I will bring them up and give them to anybody who wants them at the Branson meetup. How's that? They're in my freezer. They're vacuum sealed. So plus, I don't think they ever go bad. So if you want them, I'll bring them up to the Branson meetup. Michelle's in the house. Good to see you, Escobar. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Have you noticed that young people nowadays don't even use the word yikes? No, I haven't noticed that. But I noticed young people seem not to be very. You either got smart young people, or you got young people that are idiots. You have no middle ground in America. I really believe that. I think you either got smart kids or you got stupid kids. Back in the day, you'd have kids that were, kind of middle of the road. Not anymore. Use the red dogs for baked beans. I don't want to contaminate baked beans. I I wouldn't do that to my Bush's baked beans. Are you kidding me? I really like Bush's baked beans very much. I don't know if I would want to poison them with red hot dogs. But if anybody wants them, I can bring them up to the Branson meetup. I'm telling you, you can have them. 36 bucks for 12 hot dogs, guys. $36. I do need to order some more of the tuna in the cans. The tuna with the like ansada or whatever that is, asada, whatever it is. The tuna with the peas and the carrots and the red sauce. I'm almost out of that. I need to order some more of that. Everybody said hello to Escobar. Thank them for giving us $400 million. Escobar. I think he's still rotting it. Did he die or is he in prison still? LFA? Yeah, Tim, I don't know, man. We're gonna make two things this week. We're gonna make a beef. Lorelai's making beef shank soup, Filipino. I told her she has to make it, and then we're also gonna be making some like Mexican chicken stuff that we got. Tim says hello to you, Michelle. Well, either we're just having whittle, stupid, or smart as Escobar. All right. I agree, man. Escobar. Escobar always reminds me of escargot, snails. When I look at that word, I think of snails. Well, I also think of the drug lord, but. Well, thank you for being here. Are you one of the smart ones or the dumb ones? I don't know what people would say. People would probably put me in the dumb category. But I have noticed that if you watch the internet in America where people are asking people questions, my God, we're stupid here. They don't know how many states are in the United States. They don't know where we came from. They don't know anything. They don't know. They barely. I mean, it's shameful. They have small eyes, not smart. So children have small eyes, so they're not smart. Is that what you're saying? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not really around children, but I would imagine they have small. That's a good question. Does eyes grow? Now, this is a very good question. Do your eyeballs grow? I know your eye sockets would grow and expand as your skull did, enlarge over time. But does your eyeballs grow? Does anybody know? Does your eyeballs grow? I've gotten dumber every year I've lived in the Philippines. Well, that's because you're getting older. That's the world. It is. It is, man. But American kids are dumb as shit. I mean, they ask, how many countries, in North America, or what country is south of America? They can't come up with an answer. Question to the eyeball. Yeah. Does the eyeball itself grow? I know your heart grows. Your organs all grow. Your skin definitely grows. The largest organ in the body is the skin. Your bones all grow. Your muscles grow. Your tongue grows. But I've never thought about that. Does your eyeball actually grow? They don't grow after the age of 6. Really, Tim? All right. What's the fastest healing of your body? What heals the fastest of your body? I would say your skin. I think your skin heals the fastest. I don't know. What's the answer? I think your skin. Because skin cuts heal pretty fast. Bruises heal really fast. Scratches and scrapes, they heal really fast. I would have to say your skin. If you tear a muscle, it takes a long time to heal. You think the eyeball heals the fastest? I don't know about. Well, I don't know. Let's think about that because I think it depends on what happens to the eyeball because the eyeball is so sensitive that it gets permanently damaged really easy. You can put a scratch on your cornea and it can be there for a long time. I mean, you can go blind easily. I mean, I don't know about that one. Maybe, but I know if you damage it, it can be damaged for a long time. So I guess it depends on like if you stick a nail in it, versus just kind of brush it with your thumbnail. Or maybe you're talking about your eyes can heal because when you're out in public, you see something so weird, strange, and or disgusting that once you look away, your eye no longer sees it. Maybe we heal from that. Maybe that's the way to do it. I don't know. Could very well be. So yeah, I don't know. You like that? So because I know there's times that I wish I was blind. I've been in public. I've been to beaches where I've seen things and went, oh my God, I wish I've never seen that. I've been to Walmart. I used to have a book that I used to use in my teaching about Walmart, about all the people you see at Walmart. And you can still buy them, they're online. And but you can go to Walmart at any point in time and go, oh shit, I wish I did not see that. And I'm not talking about the crappy vegetables or the bad meat. I'm talking about the people. But there's books out there about pictures of people at Walmart. I'm sure I have them. I have a PowerPoint that I created of that somewhere. I used to use it in my teaching of a 40-hour hazmat class, kind of in the end, it's partly to lighten the mood and, to have some fun with it. So you used to work for Walmart, didn't everybody? I live in Walmart. Did you know that? Escobar. Did you know that I actually live inside of the home office? That's where I live. I live right there. I live right in the inside. Walmart has that $1 billion campus, and they invited me to come live in their fancy place. So I said, okay. So we live right in the heart of Walmart. We are, Walmart country. What what did you do for Walmart? Once you see some things, it's impossible to unsee them. It is, which means to forget them. I agree, man. Some things are so disturbing that you kind of just cringe. You know, I do believe I met the world in Walmart. Yeah, you met the world in Walmart, but I don't know. Walmart attracts a lot of really bad behavior. Walmart is like a magnet to bad behavior um, and strange looking people. It really is. And that's why they talk about Carnival Cruise Line, Carnival ships. We go on cruises. As Carnival is the Walmart of cruise ships because it tracks some of the strangest looking people that you do not want to see in a bathing suit. And a lot of fights and idiots and cussing and stupidness on Carnival cruises, the short cruises, not the long ones. So Carnival Cruise is kind of like the Walmart of cruises. It's kind of like low bottom feeder. Even Aldi's gets a better class of people than, hell, our local Dollar General gets a better class of people than Walmart. Tack and remodeled in military form. Tax. Oh, okay. All right. My wife used to be a manager at Walmart too. Got a lot of friends at Walmart. Trust me, lots and lots of friends. We all love and hate Walmart. Walmart is a mean corporation. You worked in Dollar General world as well. Dollar General is disgusting in itself and the way that it does management. How it runs its stores is pretty shitty, I believe. Now, I know in the last couple of years they've started to try to make better looking Dollar Generals inside, but they still don't treat their, because I had a friend who was a district manager for Dollar General, and she would tell me they would just dump merchandise, like whether they needed it or not. And they didn't pay well. The employees were always quitting because the work sucked. You got very little help. So Dollar General needs somebody to come in and redo them. Maybe they need a Walmart manager, a Walmart CEO or somebody. I never worked for a Walmart or Dollar General, but I've gone to both. It's kind of like I've never been to prison, but I've driven by them before. I've never been to prison, but no, that's Spain. I've never been to Spain, but I sure would like to go there. Three Dog Night. The Attorney General of Texas investigating Carnival for breaches of yes, yes, and they should. I think Carnival has some maturity to happen. They've lost some lawsuits recently too. I worked for the fire department and now I worked at a retirement home, a nursing home. When I was a teenager, I was I started off as a dishwasher at a nursing home in the afternoons after school, and then I became the head night cook. And I supervised women in their 40s and 50s, but I knew I was able to understand, pick things up, and do things. And so I caught on quickly, and these old women had to work for me, which they didn't like because they said, "Well, I know how to cook green beans." And I said, "Well, I know you know how to cook green beans, but we're going to cook them the way the state says we're going to cook them." I'm very good at following rules. So I'm like, here's what the state says. So this is what you're going to do. You're not going to put all your bacon grease and sugar and salts in things. We're going to follow what the state says. That's the dream for me, prison or hospital. I've been in hospital a lot. Been in a coma. That was a nightmare. I did the tea room. Okay. Like a tea room, like in a, where you get hookers? Like, is that like metaphor for hookers? Or you mean like a real place where you buy tea to drink? What happens? You get fired every 5 minutes? I've never been fired. I've been hated a lot because I don't take any shit and I stand up for myself. And I got a lot of people that wish I was fired, but since I was good at my job, I was never fired. I did punch my very first boss in the face. I quit that job though. Maybe technically I got fired for punching him in the face. I started as a janitor and ended up as a second line cook for a hospital. Nice. So we traveled some of the same grounds. The breakfast shift. Okay. All right. All right. I did the afternoon school stuff. And the funny thing is, I remember I really enjoyed being the dishwasher because you didn't really have to think. You could just work and do a good job and not have any bullshit, not have to talk to people. I really like that, dishwashing. I don't want to do it now, but when I was 17 years old, I thought, yeah, I like dishwashing. But yeah, my very first boss, I worked at Sonic, my very first job. And I wasn't there probably a week or two. And this stupid punk kid who was my boss, probably 20 years of age, all of 20, he was some hot shot, big shot Sonic manager, right? And I was a big kid, like, fat guy, but I play, I was all right. And he hired me, but he didn't like me for some reason, I guess, but I don't know, we got into it about something I was a cook, and he threatened me. He got chesty with me. I remember. He thought he was going to bully my ass. So I laid him out on the floor. I said, I'm the wrong person to bow up to, especially at 16 with a hot head. Man, you bowed up to me, I'd just rip your throat out and kill you. So I laid him out on the floor and got some ice cream and left. Never to return. I did keep the shirt though. was horrible with talking. So, I see. Lily! As you can tell, I'm very good at public speaking. I did that all my 20,000 years of life. So I became a college professor where I talked all the time and a private consultant. So, and now my wife asks when she comes home, why don't you talk to me? And I'm like, because I'm enjoying the quiet of my retirement. My official title was Dietary Sanitizer Transformation Engineer. Wow, that's a big ass title. I hope they gave you a bump in the pay for that title. First job was Subway. All right, so you can relate. You can relate. Yeah, mine was Sonic. Didn't last but a couple of weeks. But he bowed up to me and I laid him out. And I'm sure he thought twice about bowing up again. Yeah. But he just thought since he was 20, Galactic Gaming, my buddies in the house. Yee, buddy. How are you, buddy? What's going on? You coming to Branson? I want you to fly over to Branson, Missouri in October. How are you? I've been watching some of your shorts coming out. How are you doing all that, by the way? You guys need to check out Galactic Gaming's channel for me. He also sells watches, by the way. He's a watch dealer in Europe. He can get you the lowdown on some really cool watches. Dietary, wow, yeah, dietary department of the nursing home. That was my job. I meant I took out the garbage. I know, but that was a big ass name. That was a big name. I mean, a big title. They should have gave you money. No, I know what it meant. It's kind of like sanitation engineer, right? What's up, guys? I'm in Spain. Woohoo! How's the girls in Spain? I've never been to Spain, but I sure would like to go there. I'm using facelessreels.com. It does it all for me. I thought I'd give it a whirl, and it's pretty cool. Facelessreels.com. I got to remember that. Maybe I can take a screenshot. I might try some of that. How do you like it? I got to figure out how to take a screenshot. I've been using a little bit of AI stuff on the YouTube app. Is it growing your channel? Are you making any money? Are you making coin? Because remember, I'm still trying to raise enough money just to buy my poor Filipina wife a house. That's all I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to raise money to buy my Filipina a house. So, Tim says, hello to you, Galactic Gaming. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. It's been a little bit. So yeah, I've been doing some of the AI stuff a little bit, like the voiceover, where you tell, like documentary style, you show a little video of your dog doing something stupid, and the AI people come up with a storyline behind it. So, but anything I told Lorelai today said, man, I got to figure out how to hustle some money. I'm also got more into the Amazon influencer. I don't know what the hell that means yet, but apparently I'm an Amazon influencer. It hasn't made me any money yet. But I'm studying on how to do that and how to make money. Because I got to make some money to buy my poor Filipino wife a house. Worth a look. You choose your topic and stuff. It does it all. It posts once a day for me, but you can do less. Only gets 1,000 views per video currently. All right. So I get about that myself. I average, sometimes 1,000, 2,000 on little shorts that we do. Since I don't have a girl with big boobs to put as a thumbnail, I'm not getting as many. I need to find a girl with big boobs as my thumbnail or something. Yo, Tim, good to see you, my friend. Tim says, I don't like the AI voices. Yeah, they're a little irritating to me. My old gaming clips did better, but, don't game anymore. Well, see, there you go. We need to do a podcast. We need to figure out how to do a podcast. Anybody want to help me do a podcast? Remote podcast with each other? I need to figure out how to do some more podcasting. I'd be really interested if anybody would like to do a podcast. Better than the AI videos? Yes. Yeah, all I'm doing is I'm taking my own video and just overlaying something on it or adding music to it. for shorts. And I'm trying to do that almost every day. Trying to do that all day. But, which is weird. One thing I think is weird is YouTube says they don't want you doing AI, or they want it, they discourage you doing AI videos to post on YouTube. But YouTube has their own AI making software so that you can use their own stuff to make AI videos to put on YouTube, even though YouTube says they don't want you doing AI. And you do got to indicate whether it's AI or not. So I'm kind of confused about their message. But we're just trying to I got a bunch of little shorts that got to come out of Lorelei being in Chicago, hanging out and doing silly stuff. So I'm chopping up that as much as I can. I'm out of here, and for a poker series, played my first tourney today, came in 20th. Well, that sucks. Out of 300. Oh, all right, that's not bad. I thought you said you came out 20th out of 21 people. Out of 300 players, played for 9 hours. All right. So you came 20th, so the top 25 of 300, which is probably not bad percentage-wise. So do they have a ranking system like chess or something? And did you make any coin? Did you pay for yourself? Did you break even? How did you do financially on them? I'm being nosy. How did you do financially? Did you at least break even being 20th? Do you have to land in the top 5 to make any money? Or do you, because I don't know, or do you have to be number 1 to win all out in order to make any money? It was the top 34 players got paid, and you made in the top 34. Nice. €730, so that's like, $1.10 in America. Profit, so not too bad. No, it's not bad. That is good. Look, anything you can do to make a profit, you're doing all right, right? I don't care what it is, Hello, Galactic. Good to see you from my good friend Patrick. Pat, I was trying to get Galactic Gaming to fly over to our meetup in Branson. So now that he's won €730 playing poker, I think he can make it. He can get a cheap flight to America. Everybody say hello to each other. Thank you all for the thumbs up, by the way. But that's good, Galactic. I mean, that's cool, man. I'm not good enough to play poker. I'm not. I admit. I'm not. Playing again tomorrow in Spain, which is badass. I mean, as an American, the thought of you crazy ass Europeans being able to go to any of the countries just blows my mind. I'm like, I want to go to Spain and Italy and all those places, but you could just literally go and do it. Like, hello to you, bud. Playing again tomorrow. Nice to make the money in my first ever Poker Stars live event. I think it is cool. So was it live streamed? Is that what you're saying? Or was it just live like a live football game? And I mean American football, not that shitty ass soccer football. You think the same about America? Well, the funny thing is, I guess the soccer games are going on in America, right? Which I don't watch soccer. But we've been flooded in America by people from all over the world, Japan and Korea and Europe, coming to America, talking about how much fun they're having in America, how they've been misled by their home people about how horrible America was, about how shitty it was here, how they were all going to be caught in gunfights and murdered in the streets. But yet, everybody from everywhere is having a blast, eating the food, talking about how fun it is, how free it is, how nice people are, how much hospitality they've been receiving from restaurants and hotels and people on the streets. So, and how big of a country is. I've seen some videos going, I had to drive for hours. Live opposed to online poker. Okay. The American dream is real. That's what is coming across. So I don't know much about the soccer stuff, but it's been a breath of fresh air, to be honest, as an American, to see so many people from so many countries, Spain and everywhere, having a good time here and thinking that this is a cool place to come. So that's actually been a really windfall for, I think, us as Americans, even though we don't know what soccer is, to see all of these people just butt ugly happy to be in America and to celebrate and spend their money too. They're spending money. The other thing I thought was funny, I really did think this. I saw one girl or one guy, I can't remember. I've watched so many of them. Somebody was at a restaurant down in Texas eating barbecue, and they love barbecue. American can do barbecue. And they met a couple in the restaurant, and they got chatting. And they're like, "Oh, where are you from?" I'm like, "Oh, we're from England." "Oh, yeah, great," And they talked about the barbecue and all that. And I thought it was really funny. The guy said, "So, what do you think of your football team?" And the guy says, "Oh, well, we think Dallas sucks." And they had a miscommunications about the American thinking he was talking about American football, and the British guy or whoever he was talking about soccer. So and you can see it. There's a lag in communication. And then the soccer guy realized that the American guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, and so he asked him. He said, "Well, no, I'm talking about soccer." And the guy's like, "Soccer? What's going on with soccer?" The guy, "Well, it's the World Cup." And he's like, "The World Cup? What the hell is that?" And so the guy was talking about, "I'm amazed that Americans don't know anything about the damn World Cup. All of us crazy people are here from our foreign countries going at apeshit crazy for the World Cup, and Americans don't know a damn thing about it, or do they care about the World Cup?" So I thought that was really funny, because then I've seen other ones have been out and asking Americans, "Hey, what do you think of blah, 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 blah?" Kind of like, "Hey, you want some more barbecue?" Forget soccer. Soccer fans from Scotland drank all the beer in Boston. Yeah, they ran out of booze in Boston. They had to get some more. Not Sam Miguel, Samuel Adams brought in emergency wise. I saw that on the news, mainstream news, where they talked about how the Scots drank all of the damn booze, um, which is great for the economy of Boston, right? But they had to truck in emergency truckloads of booze from other parts of the country into Boston. I thought that was great. And they did a lot of weird stuff. And the thing I do like, everybody, is from what I can see nationwide, our police haven't been assholes to the foreign tourists. So they let the Scottish players go ape shit and put cones on statues, and they let them sing and dance and do all that, and we didn't arrest them and beat them up and kill them. So I'm really happy to see that the American bullies, the American police, didn't take this opportunity just to screw with people from another country. So I'm really happy to see that we didn't do that nationwide. Because I was a little worried about the rowdiness and our bullies in America trying to make something out of nothing. So I don't know if cities and communities told the local police, "Hey, no, look, we need the money." It's kind of like what they do with spring breakers. Whenever spring break happens in America, the police just go after the young people like crazy. I mean, they go after them like flies on honey. I mean, they go ape shit after how many arrests they can make. And I get there's a happy balance there, but we have some heavy-handed bullying in America. So I thought that was really good. That people, the Japanese people cleaned up after themselves. That was a big shocker in America. I think that was a great thing for Americans to see. And it's been pointed out a lot lately by, podcasters and YouTubers and Instagrammers that there's a large population, there's a certain population in America that really are shameful on their day-to-day actions and behaviors in comparison to people around the world. Even the crazy drunks in Boston cleaned up after themselves and took care of things. they didn't go ape shit and make a big race thing out of it or to rip anybody off or try to get something for nothing. The American bullies don't stand a chance against European soccer. Well, maybe that's what it is, Tim. Maybe that's what it is. But there's been a lot of focus on, you know, on a certain community needing to get over themselves. I saw where they had a five-star steakhouse restaurant that it just, they don't know how to behave. So a lot of Americans don't know how to behave. So I think it was really good for people to see people from Japan clean up the stadium in Texas. What a role model. I mean, we do that in Green Bay, right? In the football stadium in Green Bay, the Packers, the Packer fans clean up and take care of the stadium. So it's not, totally unique, but I thought it was a really good thing for that to happen. But I love how much they like all the barbecue. Man, people from Europe and everywhere else are just drooling over the barbecue and Whataburger and hamburgers. Now there is also another funny one out there. I think it's some guy from Scotland or Ireland that comes over and it's a funny cartoon type, an AI thing. And it's probably a 25-year-old guy comes over. His passport shows a picture of him coming over, and then he's ready to go home after 28 days, and he weighs like 200 pounds more. And the TSA guy is kind of like, "Hey, this doesn't look like you." And he's like, "Yeah, I spent 28 days eating American food." I can appreciate that one. I can appreciate the fact that they're making fun of, eating American food. Barbecue is famous. I think Korean barbecue is some of the best. And the Japanese make a badass barbecue too, Tim. You know, and so I don't know. Maybe Europe, maybe Galactic Rob. Do you guys not have good barbecue over there in Europe? Because I know Asia makes good barbecue, and I think Australia makes good barbecue, from what I've been told. So, um, but barbecue is famous worldwide. Well, they're loving American barbecue. I mean, they're eating boatloads of it, so which is good. I'm very happy that all this turned out well. I still don't know who's winning or losing in soccer, nor do I care. But I'm happy for a lot of these, small restaurants to be making this kind of money, to getting this kind of attention. I think that's a really good thing. So I think America should be applauded. I think it was a wise decision by whoever made it to host the World Cup in America, even though America really doesn't play soccer like the rest of the world. So I don't know who came up. I don't know how long it's been in the plans, but I think it was a smart move. Tim says the bugula, I don't even know how to pronounce that, Tim, is made with beer. That sounds like a meat sausage. Is that meat sausage? I know a lot of meat sausage has beer in it. I make bread with beer, and I make batter for fish with beer. But I think it's great that everybody from around the world is just excited as all hell on American barbecue. I think it's been great for the economy. I really do. Plus, all the beer is gone. Man, they must have gigantic bar tabs, right? I mean, for those pubs to run out of beer, those people. That guy probably made enough money during the tournament. He probably made more money during the tournament than he does the whole entire year. Oh, the Korean barbecues. Is it made of beer? All right. I like Korean barbecue. I like the Korean fried chicken too. I think they make really good fried chicken, Korean fried chicken. But we like the Korean barbecue. I like the Filipino, barbecue on a stick is one of my favorite things. I like that very much. Lorelai makes her own barbecue sauce, and we cook ribs all the time, Filipino style, and people really love it. Pat says, sounds good. It does, Pat. Mine too, yes. So, I don't know. I've had Japanese barbecue and thought it was really good too. I did. I don't remember what they called it. I just remember. But Korean makes a good barbecue. But I will say, Tim, everybody, you can't beat a good American pulled pork barbecue sandwich, with some potato salad and some baked beans on the side. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Give me some of that, You just can't beat it. You just can't do it. But I do like Korean fried chicken. I eat a lot of that. I like that. We do have a Korean fried chicken place here, but I don't like theirs. It's too sweet. I don't know why theirs is so sweet, but theirs is really, really sweet Korean barbecue, and I don't like it. But what are you gonna do? This week we're cooking some kind of Filipino soup for Lorelai and some other stuff. They were getting 3 deliveries of beer a day and still running out. Man, Tim, that is crazy, right? Man, those damn people can drink now. I'm talking about drinking. But I really like the thought of all these people coming here going, it wasn't right, because this is what I've heard in interviews. We've had a bunch of people saying it wasn't right that they received all of this negative propaganda in their home country about how horrible America was. They're like, and I've seen interviews of people say, it is very frustrating now that we know that we've been told for years how horrible America was, how bad it was, how dangerous it was, how mean everybody was, But we get here and people are just wonderful. So we've been lied to in our own country about America. I've heard that over and over and over and over and over on interviews going, we don't know why we've been lied to so much, but this country's great. Yeah, 3 deliveries a day is still running out, but most get deliveries twice a week. That's just crazy. They should have put a main line in from the Sam Adams Brewery, you know. But, you got to tap, right? You just tap directly to the brewery. That's really good, though. I mean, it's really good for the economy. And I like the fact, the other thing I like is this, they're not drinking the shit beer. So, and just not them, but even the Japanese, they're drinking the better quality beer. They're not drinking Corona, and they're not drinking Bud Light. They're buying a higher quality beer, like the Guinnesses and the Sam Adams and the Heinekens and all that other stuff. So they're buying better beer than just cheap Bud Light, which I think is really good. I do. All right. Well, as you can see, my pretty light came on. My Lorelei bought me this. You guys like this? Can you guys see my light? It's solar charged and comes on at dark. It has 2 settings. We got it at Sam's Club on half price. So Lorelei thought it would look really good behind me when I do live streams. So I don't know if it does or not. This part actually comes off and is portable, and you can hand carry it like the old style lanterns when, the British are coming type of thing. So that's what that is. Lorelei got me that. They drink top shelf. Yeah, booze, alcohol, everything. Top shelf, everything. Which I think is great. I mean, look, our economy could use some punches. So, all right, my friends, it's 9 o'clock. I want to thank everybody for being here, all the thumbs up. And I'm going to go in and cook some dinner, or eat some dinner, and clean up a little bit and call it the night. I am going to try to do some live streams in the mornings also, Tim. I am going to try to, if it's warm enough, 70 degrees or more, I'm going to come out here and do some morning live streams throughout the summer. So I'm going to be doing some of that and dropping more stuff, all that. So my dog Lily's complaining. She's like, it's dark, got to go in. I want to lay in the bed. So thank you all for being here. We appreciate you all. Everybody take care. And if you need anything, just let me know. Take care, guys. All right, I'm coming.